All right, guys, today we are going to be reacting to these feminists have a hard time having empathy for men. Nothing new here. Let's jump in.
When men, and again, this is all, women can do the same thing that you're accusing, or men can do the same thing that women. So I'm not saying that only women or men do this, but a lot of guys lie to women to get laid in the aspect of like
faking virtue.
Exactly. So I'm just proving the point of, hey, I actually really like you. I told my family about you. Like, I want a relationship with you while you're, but in your values are, I want to wait, and you want to wait till like the fourth or fifth, whatever you're ready, hypothetically speaking. And a guy's like fakes it because he knows you want a relationship just to get you in bed and then ghosts you. Like, hypothetically speaking.
I don't dispute that men fake virtue to get laid. There's no doubt, okay? Men will tell all sorts of tall tales, everything in between, so that they can get a piece, okay? I mean, I even saw this in high school. Like, it happens. There's no doubt that it happens. But specifically here, we're just talking about this situation of the idea of what happens when you're a man, you're talking to a woman, you like her, she likes you back. She sees that you have some sort of like higher ethic or virtue. In this virtue, you say, I'm not looking for a woman who's highly promiscuous, things like this, all the things you may talk about on a first date or even before you go on the first date. So the woman tailors her behavior to that because you see what I'm saying?
I just wanted your opinions on that. That's all.
Yeah,
of
course both sexes can fake virtue, but this is one I can't get past this hypothetical with Brian.
It's called game. So guys, learn game. Because you guys are not rewarding good behavior, so we have to learn game. And based on game, that's how we just get the gazelle. That's what it is, guys. If females were honest about what they want, this thing will be so much easier. So much easier, but it is what it is, right?
It's an actual problem. We argue about this constantly.
The two of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we argue about it constantly.
Yeah, he looks mad. Yeah.
So I follow Christian ethics. Brian's not a Christian. He follows secular ethics. Though he does have like an informed ethical belief from Christianity, it's still secular ethics. He says, man, that shit's unfair, Andrew. It's fucking unfair that a woman will sleep with 3 dudes before me, let's say, hypothetically, on the first date. But then when it comes to me, she goes, well, I really like you, so I don't want to. Right? How the is that supposed to make him feel?
I think there's something really cherishable about not getting immediately to like just that place and enjoying time and spending time together. So like if I were the second man and that were me, yes, I'd be sad, but like
so the man gets to look past it. It's always so the answer from women to this always seems to be one of two things. Well, he should look past it, right? Or hey, what does he want? Does he want me to sleep with him the first date, or doesn't he? And it's like, well, the complexity here really though lies with the woman, not with the man. The man could be very virtuous and doesn't expect any woman to be promiscuous with him, but does like a woman who has been promiscuous. How's that fair to him, though?
It's called having communication between two people.
Well, you're communicating,
it's like,
though.
do you both want to do it?
But you have to resolve the issue. And the issue is like, okay, you know what? I want to bang now. Oh, but honey, that doesn't follow your ethics. If it did, I would do it totally, right? It puts him in a catch-22.
What differences in this like do you guys see? Like, why do you guys have arguments about this? What's the main conflict among?
It just comes from an ethical purview. Okay. So I follow Christian ethics. So I don't think you should be sleeping with anybody till you're married with them.
Like, period.
Right. But he follows.
There should be somebody just cleaning these kind of cups of liquors. I don't know. They should be cleaning this stuff.
Of ethics. He doesn't think sex outside of marriage is problematic. So if that's the case, he's just looking at it from a purely pragmatic point of view. You the last 2 dudes immediately, or the last one immediately, but I have to wait? Why? What's wrong with me? So what's the answer?
I don't think anything's wrong with him.
Right. Nothing's wrong with him.
Well, it could potentially be an indicator.
I mean, I also don't think it's a woman's fault if a guy lies to her to get laid. You know what I mean? Like, it's if someone lies to you or like they act different.
Yeah, but you're just, what about the Mendoing? It's like, we already know about the Mendo.
It's literally not even the topic.
Yeah, we already know about the Mendo. We know that there's men who are shitbags and do this and blah, blah. How do you reconcile this from the woman's aspect?
I mean, I think if it sounds like she might like you more. Sounds like she might like you more than like maybe she. Yeah, she does maybe think you have higher standards. So
this is crazy. The argument just boiled down that she likes you so much, guys. She likes you so much. She likes you so much that she wants you to wait for sex. That's how. But the other one that she didn't like, she just gave it away. I mean, can you make this stuff up, guys? They're trying to defend that point, guys.
Where you could get mad about
They're trying to defend it.
Her
Wow,
intentions,
this is
it sounds
insane.
like, is that she just genuinely likes you and wants you to get to know her instead of seeing her as like a body or something.
But she's faking virtue.
I agree. I'm saying yes. Yes.
So this would be a huge red flag indication.
It should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then also, I mean, if you're the guy in this situation and you're like, no, I actually do want a long-term relationship, but I also want to like hook up now. And then she's also doubles down and is like, no, it's just kind of a ridiculous, it's a totally ridiculous situation. And it's ridiculous kind of from a bird's eye view of the entire situation, because the strange part is you'll say, oh, those other guys I dated, I didn't really care about them. It was just casual. They were just buddies. It was just a boy, a jerk, asshole, whatever. But you're like this great guy. I want the relationship with you. Shouldn't you? I don't view sex as a reward, but just the simplest way of kind of wrapping my head around
Reward good behavior.
Ought you not reward the guy who's most deserving of a relationship? So you of sex. So you withhold sex from the guy who's most deserving of it, and you give sex to like scumbag piece of shit men. That literally makes no sense. And ties into the conversation we were having earlier, where men will see like, okay, does treating women well result in me like getting what I want, in this case sex? No, she's giving sex to the boys, the jerks, the assholes.
So what do guys do? They become a-holes, because that's what those type of guys are getting what they want. So they become a-holes. You see, everything starts from the point of view of the female. If females decide they want to reward the good guy, well, men will become gentlemen and good guys. If the girls tend to reward the a-holes, men are going to become a-holes. It's simple as that, guys. There's no reasoning that you can justify that type of explanation. Meaning, I just give sex to the bad guy because I don't care. There's no reasoning, and it makes total zero sense.
And it's just like this totally kind of mind fuck, especially for young men, where they're like,
they don't know.
Okay, you say you want to be treated well, you're like complaining about all these abusive men, but you're giving sex, this cherished thing, to the abusive men.
Right.
And it's really confusing.
Yeah.
And you're essentially, I don't think most men are not going to do the trade-off of, I'm not going to become like a piece of shit for pussy. Some men do, though. Some men are like, oh, this is what women respond to? Okay, I'll just become a piece of shit. I don't think that's the path that they should take, but like that's the path some men take. So you're almost rewarding, like you're almost, what's the word for it? You're
perpetuating?
Not perpetuating, but you're
encouraging?
It's
accelerating.
A synonym of, it's like a synonym of that.
Synonym is synonym.
What's
synonym?
Enabling. You're almost enabling men to
I'll
be pieces of shit.
I'll accept that.
Demanding, in fact.
Oh.
In many ways, it's demanding it.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're going to curtail it to the market, then what's the incentive of a man to even be virtuous?
But is his
there we go.
ultimatum of his motive is just...
Andrew and I think we're getting to something here. Remember when I used to say, guys, females are not even inspirational. We're not creating symphonies. We're not creating art based on female inspiration. Because the females that we're dealing with are non-inspirational. are not, guys. Based on their enabling, guys are feeling uninspired. Uninspired. Which is a dangerous place. Very dangerous place.
Just to lay you in bed?
No. In fact, that's the opposite.
Okay.
But if he's virtuous, you would assume he's looking for a woman with virtue. So if the woman is tailoring the virtue to the man who has virtue, and he figures this out, he's going to get super pissed, right? That's the idea here.
They don't want to. They don't want to. Whatever. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.